This is Tawra. She's a very successful cookbook author and YouTuber, and she happens to hate her kitchen. But she's not gonna hate it for long because she's asked me to fix it, and that's just what we're gonna do in this video. And stick around to the end because I'm gonna share with you my overall kitchen design philosophy. It's really good. I had the chance to sit down with Tawra and talk about some of the pain points in her kitchen. In terms of function, would you say that your kitchen is a complete mess?
No hesitation in my yes. I'm a cookbook author, so I cook a lot. Between the sink and the counter edge, I only have 15 inches or so on each side. I really don't have anywhere to prepare food on my island. Because it's a two-tiered counter bar, it won't give me any space to actually prepare food. I only have about 12, 13 inches on each side of my stovetop. Right on the stovetop center, I have all the knobs.
Right.
So I have nowhere to set anything. And I have two long cabinets on the side, or countertops on the side, but because they're so far away, it's not really convenient to do any kind of preparing for food at all. So Food prep is my biggest problem.
Like most people, she knew that there's something wrong with her kitchen. She just was unsure on how to fix it. And so after chatting about some of the issues that she contends with in her current kitchen layout, I got to work mapping out a new kitchen layout that would meet all of her needs. Here are the main issues with the L shape of this kitchen. The location of the fridge really congests the layout. This leads to the cooktop not having ample counter space for prep, cooking, or placing things down. While the double oven itself is a nice feature in the kitchen, its location in the corner eats up more real estate than needed. The counter space to the right is more than ample for prep work. However, Tawra noted that it is too far away from the main working part of the kitchen. And I agree. There is a lot of storage, but drawers would have been more functional, and bulkheads close in the space even more and in general contribute to an older look. I asked Tawra what are some of the things that are the most important as she's considering her new kitchen renovation. Here's what she had to say.
I would say the first thing is to have a place for everything. Honestly, this sounds dumb, but it didn't occur to me until you said it. Okay, now we have the layout. Now you need to go through and make sure you know where everything is gonna go.
Tawra brings up a really good point that you really do need to think about all the things that are going to be put in your kitchen. You see, the stuff that you own that's in your old kitchen now is all mostly going to go into your new kitchen. Now, hopefully there's room for it all. That's the point of doing a new kitchen renovation, so that it's more functional and more usable for you. But do you know where everything is going to go? Because you don't want to be standing in your new kitchen with whatever it is in your hand going, where am I going to put this? You don't want that to happen, so you need to think about it beforehand. Here is the new layout design and what we've changed. The fridge is relocated to the right wall, opening up the entire L shape. This change alone made a huge difference, but we didn't stop there. Now that the fridge is moved, it allows for an increased countertop on both sides of the range. A pantry cabinet can be relocated as well into the main working area of the kitchen. We've added lots of drawers, which was a big request from Tawra. The OTR needed to go and a proper vent hood used instead, and this opens up the space more as well. And we took the wall cabinets all the way to the ceiling, removing the bulkhead and further opening up the space, giving it a more modern look. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you are slightly annoyed with your current kitchen, 10 being the chainsaw video where you just want to hack this thing up, like where are you right now on that scale? What would you say you're at?
I would say if I had the money right now, the chainsaw would be out.
This is the side view before, and you can see how the fridge, bulkhead, corner ovens, along with the island, create a very closed off, uninviting space. No wonder Tawra is frustrated. The new layout will be more functional and allow Tawra to be able to finally do proper food prep, which was her main concern overall. Even if you're not a cookbook author or chef or any kind of professional person in the kitchen, you still want a kitchen that functions for you and your family. And if your kitchen space is frustrating, that's a real issue.
Can't stand it. It's driving me nuts. It's all I can do to not even touch the bar because I really can't function. For a cookbook author, that's actually pretty important. The island in this kitchen is the first thing that Tawra would change. First off, the island is two-tiered, which in and of itself is not a big deal, but in this kitchen it takes away from her counter space. The dishwasher is raised, and I understand the thought behind this, and if there was more length to the island, this may work better, but in this layout it creates a really nice section of countertop that's not even usable. And so overall, this island is more of a nuisance than a help. The new island is one level. Not only a more modern look, but it reclaims the counter space that was not usable before. We've also extended the back and added storage and seating,
that is much more inviting. You may have inherited a kitchen like Tawra did that does not fit the function of your family. And if you need that to be fixed, my online design solution might be right for you. Check it out in the description below. There is an added section to this kitchen that is across from the main entry point and a walk-through aisle. While useful with the sink and the storage, it is out of the way of the main kitchen space. Tawra expressed that she needed a place to start plants and grow herbs and do some indoor gardening. So we increased the window size, kept the sink, and gave her lots of storage and countertop for her indoor gardening needs. The end result does not happen by waving a magic wand. Sometimes it takes many iterations, many plans, many ideas before we get to the finalized layout that the customer settles upon.
The process of going through that helped me see, and it talked me out of some things and talked me into some things. You didn't just dismiss what I loved about you. Well, you didn't just dismiss any of the ideas. Part of any process like this is just throwing ideas out there, and even if they're not good, at least you have the ideas and you can check them off the list instead of just wondering all the time.
The old kitchen just did not meet the needs of Tawra and her family, and the new kitchen gives her everything that she needs and more. I feel it's valuable to see as many iterations that are feasible for the kitchen space so you can see what exactly works and what exactly doesn't work, or what you like and what you don't like within the realm of possibilities for your kitchen. I sent you a whole bunch of drawings. We went back and forth with details on different iterations. How important is that process? Like, how helpful did you find seeing the different options for what is potential in your kitchen space?
Oh, I totally loved it. And even when I asked you to do something totally that I thought was totally crazy, and you were like, I don't know, you went ahead and did the drawing anyway, so I could at least just visualize it.
You might feel that you're stuck with a very small kitchen, or you might have just a vast expanse of space that you're not even sure what to do with. This is my design philosophy when approaching any kitchen. A small space can aid the kitchen designer because of the limitations. In a kitchen design situation, limitations can be really good. And a large kitchen will aid the designer because there's so many options. And options are good. I do not let the size of the room hinder me on what's possible in the kitchen. I actually let it guide me in making the most functional space for the client. No matter how small with limitations or big with options, you can still get a very high functioning kitchen.
I didn't even have any idea where to start. And so, like I said, that was one of the best things. And it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's fairly cheap, what I thought it was going to be. So that's why I was super excited. So thank you so much. I absolutely loved it. You were a great pleasure to work with. So
thank you, Tawra.
Have a good one.
Like Tawra, many of you desire to have a functional kitchen, but there's one more thing you must have in order to make this dream a reality. This video will show you exactly what that is, and it's the very thing that I use when I'm designing functional kitchens for my clients.